I know everyone's been dying to see me cook another fantastic meal, so as I put my apron on, I'll explain to you what I'm making for dinner tonight. It's Sunday, and I decided to bust out a prime rib, 2-ribber, and throw it in the sous vide. So I've had this cooking for about 4 hours at 142 degrees. And this is my homemade sous vide pot, and that bowl is just weighing down that fantastic roast. So I'm going to take this over to the cutting board now and show you what we do with this monster. Well, that's at 142 degrees, and what I like to do is get this out of here. And as a little bonus today, I separated the ribs, and I'm going to put those off separately. I seasoned the beef with a little bit of rub. I put some garlic on both sides, and then I vacuum sealed this with my sealer. And now I am going to sear these off just to get some color and flavor on. Now, what I'm going to do with this fantastic juice that's in here, I'm going to put that in the gravy. I'm making gravy. So yeah, there we go. Now the bag is cut. So this is my gravy base going. And what I did is I trimmed this beef up a little bit, and I kind of sauteed the meat, got a little bit of fat going, made the roux with a little bit of flour and some seasonings, and that's all that flavor is going to carry through. So there goes the drippings, and that's going to go in, be part of the gravy. This is incredible when you're able to do this garlic flavored juice. I mean, incredible. So that's that one, and I'll throw the rib juice in there too real quick. I can get that gravy moving while I sear these off. So here's these 2 ribs. I'll get that juice in there also. Oops, there's a garlic in there. Well, I had a runner, so someone's going to get a little bit of chunky gravy. Now I'll turn this up to medium, and a little bit later on I'm going to whisk in the roux, and that gravy is going to be incredible. So what's going on now is I'm going to sear this roast off. Wait till you see this. Now, it's not that pretty to look at, I hate to say it, when it comes out of the sous vide, right? Because it's water bath cooking, and it's just ugly is what it is. But I am going to sear this thing off in the cast iron skillet, and I don't like to spatter everything all over my kitchen. So we'll be fighting over this garlic later, okay? This is incredible. I have my cast iron skillet in the oven at about 500 degrees, okay? And what I'm gonna do is put a little grapeseed oil in here. Got a really high smoke point, so I'll put that grapeseed oil on that skillet. Now that skillet is screaming hot right now, and I mean screaming. So what we're gonna do is we'll get that oil around a little, like that. That is Shimmer City, okay? And all I'm gonna do is take this fantastic roast, sear it off, and get a little bit of color on it. So here she goes, probably for a minute on that side. Okay, you can hear it, I can smell it. The smell is incredible. So what else is on the menu today? I have some twice baked potatoes going. I did those a little bit earlier. I'll do that later, but those are going to be incredible. Bacon and cheese on the top. You're never going to see anything like that again. Oh, I better turn the fan on. A little smoky going on here. And what I'll do, that's been not too long but long enough that might have a little bit of color on it. Let's take a look. Yes, that is beautiful. So now I'll put it on for a minute on that side. And I'll kind of brown off all the edges as I go. What I'm going to do now, though, is make this gravy. I put the drippings in, and I made this a little bit earlier, but I wanted to wait to thicken it until I got those meat juices in. So there's some roux, flour, and water that I just put in. I whisk that in until it gets thick enough the way I like it. You can always add a little bit of reserved stock, which is right over here, but this is looking really good right there, because you kind of want a thin glaze on that prime rib. Now, I like my gravy just a touch darker, so I finish it off with a little tiny bit of Gravy Master. I'll whisk that in. Oh yeah, that's perfect right there. I have a testing spoon, always clean one, just to see what that's like. It's thin. Delicious. So now I'm going to move this over, keep it warm in the back till we eat. Oh, that's the back, it's the other back. Alright. So now that's going to stay warm with the cover on. Now let's check that roast. See how she's looking on the other side. Wow, look at that prime rib. Now that's incredible. Now there's some color there, so I'm going to stand it up just to sear that off so it's a little bit more appealing on the plate. So I catch the bottom, now I'll catch the top a little. When we slice through that, it's going to be unbelievable. So now while Esther's not following me, I'm going to take and put these ribs in and sear these off for a couple of minutes on each side. And that'll occur while this dog right here is resting. I'll get that back in for a couple of minutes, maybe a minute. We'll see how we do with the color. In the meantime, I'm 20 minutes away from my rest. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to rest it for 20. So now I'm going to steam these vegetables, which today I have broccoli crowns and asparagus in my steamer. 20 minutes. It'll be bright green, incredibly delicious, and everything will be ready at the same time. So while I'm waiting for that to sear, now seems like the perfect time to snatch one of these pieces of garlic and see what this tastes like. This is incredible. Oh man, there's nothing like it. I wish I could just take some bread and just sop this up right now. It's so good. In the meantime, I'll get rid of the sous vide pot, the sous vide. I'll get that roast out and put it to rest. We'll rest it for 20 or 15 and slice it up. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Check the ribs, give those a little turn. Get some color on that side. Get some color on that side. This is strictly reserved for the chef. I'll be on those ribs later. Now, take a look at this roast. It's incredibly tender, 142 degrees. I seared it off on both sides for color. Now I'm going to put a little bit of foil on it just to let it rest for 20 minutes. And on my next video, I'll lay this dog down, we'll slice it up. It's going to be incredible.